Good evening. My name is Mr. Kitzman, principal of Griswold School. Welcome to Open House Night 2021. It brings me great joy to open our doors and welcome our community back into the building. We missed you. We hope you find tonight to be both informative and supportive of a successful school year. The goal of Open House is to provide families with information regarding curriculum, instruction, and other general updates. It is also an opportunity for us to connect with families as we work together to help students fulfill their unique potential. This year presents unique opportunities to grow and support students. Student and staff safety remains our top priority. Still, we plan to reintroduce some of the fantastic things that make Griswold a special place. We welcome the return of mixed cohort recess, lunch in the cafeteria, technology, afternoon adventures, much more. We'll be responsive to state and local mandates and precautions. Still, with mitigation measures in place, we believe we can once again responsibly promote these activities. As you tour the building tonight, please note some updates since you last walked our halls, including the outdoor classroom, improved garden courtyard, new band and technology rooms, and sensory pathway. Other highlights include all the outstanding student work on display and the return of our beloved Library Media Center. I also encourage you to visit our gymnasium, where you will find a few informational booths set up. Your feedback is important to us. Please let us know how we are doing by completing a brief questionnaire located in your classroom. Anonymous responses are fine, but if you'd like to have a conversation, please include your name and preferred mode of communication. Questionnaires can be left with your classroom teacher. And now I'd like to introduce Mrs. Quinn, our magnificent lead teacher.
Good evening. My name is Kara Quinn. I am the lead teacher here at Griswold School. Just a few weeks ago, I sent my youngest daughter, Eleanor, off to kindergarten. It was a bittersweet moment that made me take stock of the great responsibility we place in our educators' hands when we send our children off to school. Tonight, I want to share a simple, reassuring message with you as parents and families. At Griswold School, we want you to know that we care very deeply for your child. We see the unique gifts they possess, and we will work to no end to help them reach their full potential. We will be there for them to celebrate their good days and help them navigate the tough ones too. We are here to partner with you to help your child be successful at school. Together, we will do great things. Thank you for entrusting your children in our care, and welcome back.
Good evening. I'm Michelle Moskaitis, president of the Griswold Parents Club. On behalf of the Parents Club, welcome to the 2021-2022 school year. I hope as you walk around this evening, you have the opportunity to do two things. One, sign up for the Parents Club, and two, have an opportunity to visually look at all the things that the Parents Club has helped fundraise for over the last few years. One of them is the sensory walk that hopefully you saw on your way in, as well as the picnic tables and umbrellas in the outdoor classroom that we're standing in this evening. So again, thank you for coming this evening. I hope you consider participating in the Parents Club. It's a great way to get additional information about our Griswold School community, as well as help in our fundraising efforts. I wish you and your families a great school year.
At Griswold School, we are focused on building in your children the skills necessary to be successful in school and beyond. Throughout all units of study and in all disciplines, we support global competencies for lifelong learning, including character, citizenship, collaboration, communication, creativity, and critical thinking. We work to celebrate and overcome challenges with purpose, passion, and pride. Tonight, your teachers will discuss with you how we will achieve these goals in the classroom. There will be two 30-minute presentations with 5 minutes between each session. Thank you for joining us tonight, and please be safe.
My name is Lori Donovan, and I'm the reading specialist at Griswold School. I am so honored to represent the amazing teachers and larger Griswold community as our Teacher of the Year. I would like to begin by sharing a bit about my own journey that led me to Griswold School. Looking back, it seems that this job was meant to be. It found me, and just at the right time. When I joined the team in the fall of 2014, I was working as a reading specialist in Marlborough, Connecticut, and my daughter would be entering kindergarten at Griswold. I found myself wondering, what exactly am I supposed to be doing as a parent of a kindergartner? Although I had already been an educator for 14 years, I had yet to wrap my head around the parenting end of things. I finally decided it was time to do just that. I sat down to read the Griswold School Parent Handbook. As I scrolled through the handbook, I was interested to see that there was an opening for the Griswold Reading Specialist. Interest gave way to temptation, and I decided to fill out an application, and how incredibly lucky I was to be offered the job as the Griswold Reading Specialist. I, of course, considered the pros and cons. I would be leaving a school where I had achieved tenure, and I was fortunate enough to work among some of my very best friends. We had been there for each other through some of the best of times and the worst of times, as work friends often are. After all, it is our work friends who see us every day, no matter what our mood or circumstance. Turns out my Marlboro family are still among my very best friends, and I am honored to now be part of the Griswold family. For Griswold School is every bit a family, to teachers and students alike. It is the people who make Griswold School a school like no other. In the end, I knew this job had found me for a reason, and it was a chance I was willing to take. I joined the Griswold family and have never regretted it. That was 7 years ago, and my kindergartner is now a 7th grader at McGee. I watched my daughter grow through these hallways. Mrs. Logan, Mrs. Hastings, Mrs. Saccio, Mrs. Corgiulo, Mrs. Tardif, Ms. Spinella. Not only amazing teachers, but amazing people. Key players in my daughter's life who helped to show her kindness and build compassion and strength. And these are only a few of the amazing teachers and staff at Griswold Elementary. So yes, I am a teacher at Griswold School, but I was twice blessed to be a parent at Griswold School as well. I can say without a doubt that Griswold School is one in a million. The incredibly dedicated and talented teachers and staff, the students, and supportive parents make it so. The veteran parents who are here tonight likely already know about the amazing teachers at Griswold School. And for our new kindergarten parents, just wait. As a bit of a segue, when I first learned that I would be delivering a speech at open house, I felt a bit unnerved about speaking in front of such a large crowd. I felt a bit like 7-year-old Kevin McAllister in Home Alone when he first discovers that he has made his parents disappear.
I made my family disappear.
However, it soon occurred to me that I would have the rare opportunity to speak to quite likely at least one parent or caregiver from nearly every single Griswold household, gathered together as one. The fact that this might be a golden opportunity began to crystallize. Finally, a chance to share my thoughts with all of you about the utmost importance of reading at home. So, upon further consideration, just like Kevin McAllister, I began to experience a change of heart.
I made my family disappear.
Reading at home. Parenting is not for the faint of heart. As a single parent myself, I completely understand many of the demands parents face today. Working a demanding job, orchestrating our children's sports and activities, preparing nightly meals, or perhaps grabbing one at the Panera drive-thru like we find ourselves doing at least once a week. Quite often these responsibilities are doubled and tripled when there are multiple children in the family. I have spoken to several families this year who have children in all 3 schools this year, Griswold, McGee, and Berlin High School. I am in awe of each parent in the audience tonight. There are days when we move mountains, and still there are the demands of homework, including nightly reading. Yes, Given the busy nature of the world we live in, I know that this is a tall order, and nightly reading may easily seem like the first piece to let go. However, I can guarantee you that making time for nightly reading will pay off. Time spent reading may be the single most important factor in your child's academic career. Research has shown that children who read for at least 20 minutes a day outside of the school setting are most likely to perform in the 90th percentile when compared to their grade level peers. In addition, reading improves self-esteem, concentration, critical thinking skills, and expands vocabulary. I would like to take this opportunity to share some ideas and inspirations for reading at home that I have gleaned through my roles as both reading teacher and parent. First, if at all possible, plan for family reading time. When they are young and still learning to read, remember that reading is quite often more work than pleasure. Help them through that Mr. Putter and Tappy book. Take turns reading every other page. When they graduate to more challenging books, read alongside your child. Secondly, think about what time of day works best for your child. For some, that is a great way to end the day and a wonderful part of the bedtime routine. For others, who may be very tired at the end of a long day, reading first thing in the morning may catch your child when they are at their best and more ready to enjoy a story. Whenever possible, help your child find a quiet and comfortable place to read for at least 20 minutes every day. In fact, this may be the single most important gift you may give your children, and it is completely free. Third, sneak in tempting opportunities for reading whenever you can. Plant books in the back seat of your car. Go to Berlin Peck Library, fill a bag with beautiful books. For our youngest readers, these might be picture books, often books they're not yet able to read, but they will enjoy carefully turning each page, lingering on each beautiful picture. I would like you to meet Irene. Irene is one of the librarians at Berlin Peck Library. She has known me since my daughter was a baby. It makes every parent feel welcome. Her beautiful grandchildren come to Griswold School. Irene knows that I have more late fees at the library than nearly any other patron in Berlin. She never makes me feel bad about my late charges. I've actually come to consider my sometimes excessive late fees to be a contribution to one of the most important establishments in our town, the Berlin Peck Library. Take advantage of all they have to offer. There are other ways to plant opportunities for your children to read. Have a special basket in your living room that contains only library books. Make sure they're books your children love. You may even want to keep a stack of these books on your kitchen table so that they can grab one while they have their cereal in the morning. Keep a magazine rack in the bathroom. You may be surprised at how long your children are spending in the bathroom. Fourth, keep reading aloud to your children, at least through the Griswold years, and longer if they will let you. It is a great way to stay close to your children as they grow older. These books will literally become part of your family's identity. Anyone who knows me well understands that, thanks to the timeless Harry Potter series, our family is every bit a part of the magical wizarding world. My daughter and I began reading the series together when she was in first grade. At this young age, read-alouds helped to bring her into this other world. When Chloe was in second grade, a parent friend shared with me that Chloe told her twin daughters that she was, in fact, a witch with magical powers. Well, maybe she is a witch, my friend explained to her children. Fifth, make time for audiobooks too. Listen to them on road trips or even driving to soccer practice. Berlin Peck has an amazing collection of audio picture books to enchant our youngest readers. Before they are even old enough to read on their own, they can turn the pages and enjoy the pictures while listening to the story. As your children grow older, Berlin Peck offers audiobooks for ages up to adulthood. Incidentally, the Harry Potter audiobooks are read by an award-winning narrator. If you have a car trip planned, be sure to stop by Berlin Peck beforehand. Stock up on a few good audiobooks. Finally, some of our veteran parents of older students may have witnessed what I refer to as the Diary of a Wimpy Kid phenomenon. Perhaps your child first began reading this popular series and you were pleased. Your child was so intrigued with the new series and was actually choosing reading over other favorite activities, even reluctant to stop reading and turn out the lights at bedtime. As the years wore on, however, and yes, I do mean years of reading the same book series over and over and over again, your pleasure may have dissipated, perhaps even verging on frustration. How about a new series you may plead? This phenomenon will likely happen over the years with various series. At one point, my daughter checked out nothing but Garfield comic books by the dozens from Berlin Peck. gosh, Chloe just can't seem to find a new series she enjoys. She just keeps checking out these Garfield comic books, I complained to a fellow parent friend of mine who is actually in the audience tonight. Well, it sounds like Chloe has found a series she enjoys. You just don't like her series. I let that settle in. I didn't like her series. Just so we're all on the same page, her series at that moment was Garfield comic books. Perhaps it's not Wimpy Kid or Garfield, but graphic novels or other series that have you feeling fatigued. Fear not. Remember that time spent reading, no matter what the content, is the #1 predictor of academic success. However, more importantly, there are other benefits to reading books over again. Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Fly Guy, Owl Diaries, graphic novels, these popular book series are part of your child's identity. They represent who your child is as a reader, rather than who we want them to be as a reader. With each reading, your child is noticing new details. They are hanging out with favorite characters as if they were old friends. In our sometimes uncertain world, there's a comfort in knowing what will happen next in the story. Encourage your kids to read new books too, but keep these old favorites well stocked for your own readers, and you will find them reading more. Thank you, Griswold teachers and staff. Thank you, Griswold families, and keep reading.